Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so this video reading is, what is it about you that triggers other people or triggers people or someone in particular? Who's currently triggered by you and why? Why are they triggered? What are you triggering within them? All right, so we have 3 decks to choose from. Before I get into which deck is which, I'd like to thank all of you who are subbed to my channel thus far. Thank you so very much. If you'd like to book a private reading, coaching, same-day read, walk-in read, priority reading, private reading, check that pinned comment below as well as the description box below. I thank you all so much who keep me booked and busy. I am ever so grateful, never not grateful for just everything. Yay, I'm almost at 4,000 subs, y'all. I am just like a hop, skip, and a jump away. So I thank you all for that. I thank you all who tune in, who watch, who are subscribed. I'm just grateful. Also, if you'd like to become a patron of mine where I do a plethora of extra readings, I want you to check that pinned comment below as well as the description box below. And join me on my other YouTube channels. Pinned comment below as well as the description box below. And then, oh yeah, y'all, I'm still on tour. I'm doing a meet and greet. So at the time of me doing this reading, I am still headed towards the Pasadena location meet and greet. That's April 10, 2022, though this is a timeless read now. But April 10, 2022, come find me at the Pasadena location. Go and sign up for that at wanderingsparrow.com. Go to meet and greets. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this reading. You got 3 decks to choose from. This is going to be deck number 1, deck number 2, deck number 3. Again, deck 1, deck 2, deck 3. Pause the video, see which of the decks you feel resonate with you the most. Keep in mind, these are general messages. Everything might not resonate, or none of it may resonate. Don't take a message that's not yours. Only take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. And let's jump into our reading. So let's find out option number 1. One second. What am I doing? All right, so what about you triggers others? And who's currently triggered by you and why? So universe, I thank you for... You know what? I also want to grab Kepler. All right, so universe, thank you for the channel messages. What is it about option number 1 that triggers other people? What is it about option number 1 that triggers other people? 2 cards. All right, we got the 5 of Cups in the reverse. What is it about option number 1 that triggers other people? What is it about option number 1 that triggers other people? Okay, we got the Sun card. All right, off the bat, what I'm hearing, option number 1, I feel like you're somebody who's very optimistic with this 5 of Cups. In a reverse, you're someone who can look at things from the bright side, or you're someone who's very calm, cool, and collected. It may be the most unsavory of, situations. You're somebody who can keep your cool, or you're somebody who can find the bright side in a bad situation. So like with the 5 of Cups in reverse, you got this card of someone who's, kind of down and out, maybe a bit pessimistic. They're concentrating on the cups that fail without concentrating on the cups that they have. You're the exact opposite of that. Like, not to say that you're not human and that you don't feel affected by things, but essentially you're able to look at the bright side even when things kind of fall apart, or you're able to, come out of, that energy of pessimism, after things have maybe not gone the way that you wanted them to go. With this Sun card in the upright, you're somebody who's very happy a lot of the time. I am picking up option number 1. People think that people feel like this is kind of phony at times, because it's like, how is option number 1 always this cheerful, this happy? How is option number 1 this Pollyanna? So that's what I'm getting with that one. So universe, I thank you for the channel messages. What triggers others about option number 1? What about option number 1 triggers others? What about option number 1 triggers others? Give me 2 cards. What about option number 1 triggers others? We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we had the Tower card that came out in the upright. So option number one, I feel like you're somebody who's very hard working with this Knight of Pentacles. You're somebody who keeps your word with this Knight of Pentacles. If you say you're going to do something, you're going to absolutely do it. And you're someone who, I feel like, I'm getting the energy of spontaneousness. I'm getting, or spontaneity. I'm getting the energy of someone who, you know, like, there's a lot of passion in who you are. There's a lot of leadership in who you are with the Sun card. I feel like you speak your mind. You're not shy, you know, or, you know, if you are, let's say, a homebody, you know, you're not shy. You don't mind expressing yourself. You don't mince your words. You don't hold your words to yourself. You're somebody who, you know, is fast acting, or the moment you get an idea, you decide to act on it. So people are definitely, what triggers them is the fact that, you know, I feel like you're very authentic, and people can't figure out, okay, so they're authentic, they're happy, how are they happy and okay when I'm not happy and okay? How is it that they're able to see, you know, the bright side of things in life when we're all living the same life together? That's what I'm getting with that one. So give me more about option number one. What is it about option number one that triggers others? What is it about option number one that triggers others? We have the Hermit card in the upright. You could be a healer. You could be somebody that heals other people. You could do divination work. You could be in some type of healing profession, you know, medical of any kind, physical, mental, emotional. But you're someone who's naturally calm. And I feel like, too, if you are a natural healer, then this makes a lot of sense, too, because it's like you kind of got to be in that state, or hopefully in that state of, you know, peace and calm in order to, like, you know, dwell and heal others. So give me more information. What is it about option number one that triggers others? What is it about option number one that triggers others? We have the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're somebody, when you say you're going to do something, you actually do it. You're somebody who keeps your word. And I feel like this triggers those around you, option number one, because I feel like there's lazier energies around you. So in a perfect setting, or not even a perfect setting, you know, but stuff like this shouldn't trigger people like, oh, I'm triggered by option number one because, you know, they're optimistic and they keep their word and they're happy and they're kind and, you know, they're healing. But this triggers people because there's a lot of people that you definitely, option number one, should not be around. Or there's a lot of people around you where it's like, you know, they're triggered by you because it's like they're too lazy to get their life going. You're someone who's not lazy. You take that initiative. So let's see. Give me a Kepler universe. What is it about option number one that triggers others? What is it about option number one that triggers others? What are people jealous of? Because I get the feeling that people are jealous of you, option number one. What is it about option number one that triggers others? Who's jealous of option number one? What is it about option number one that triggers others? Who's jealous of option number one? What is it? Option number one triggers others. And what are they jealous of? What is it about option? We got sudden wealth. So you could be somebody who's very well off. Also, option number one, we have house. You could be somebody who owns a home or just bought a new home. You have people around you that could be jealous of that one, or people at a distance with the house that may be jealous of that. People at a distance that may be jealous of your wealth or perceived wealth. People perceive you. I mean, and honestly, wealth goes beyond you know, monetary abundance, but I do feel like you either are on the road to high monetary abundance or you do have monetary abundance. And this is what people are jealous of. You know, for some of you, maybe if you didn't just buy a home, they're just jealous of the fact that, you know, everything's, you know, home is taken care of. Universe, thanks for the channel messages. We have courthouse, and then we have labor and toil. So you're somebody who works very hard. You could work in legal, or things in regards to legal always tends to, you know, go in your favor. Or option number one, you could have had a recent legal situation, you know, that, you know, a recent legal challenge or conflict that's gone, you know, that's gone in your favor. False persons. You have people around you, option number one, that they don't root for you in the way that, and you know these people by how they regard you, because I feel like these people have taken a really big step back. You can't find them. They're not talking to you, or at least that's what it feels like. And, you know, they've taken this, you know, kind of step back, this passive step in your life. But yeah, but essentially people are jealous of the fact of who you innately are, of your positivity. And that's what triggers others. So let's see, who's currently triggered by you and why? Let's see, who's currently triggered by option number 1 and why? Who is currently triggered by option number 1 and why? Yeah, the 5 of Wands. Somebody that you recently had an argument with, option number 1. Who's currently triggered by it. This feels like a friend for some of you all. This feels like a sister, or it could be a sibling of another gender, but it feels like a sister. Who's currently triggered by option number 1 and why? We have the 2 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody you just got off a phone call with. You spoke to them recently, and I feel like you were telling them something about yourself and they were kind of downplaying it. Who's currently triggered about option number 1 and why? We have the Queen of Swords in the upright. We have the Hierophant in reverse. This person could be a Taurus, maybe an air sign that's Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But definitely, you know, this Queen of Swords is more so, this is a feminine energy that you just got done talking to over the phone. I feel like this person may have been kind of pessimistic, you know, and you telling about your accomplishments. We have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. This could be, for some of you, this could even be your romantic partner. Now, people are triggered by your romantic relationship, option number 1. For some of you, it's like, you know, like you're happy and you're very private about it too. Who's currently triggered about option number 1 and why? But definitely, I'm picking up a feminine energy, someone with light hair or blonde hair. Who's currently triggered by option number 1 and why? Who's currently triggered by option number 1 and why? We have the Strength card that came out in the upright. So someone could be a Leo, or this could be somebody that you work with or work under. 6 of Pentacles, maybe somebody that you've given a lot to, you've been very generous with in the past or kind of taken care of. But this is who you trigger in particular. That's what I'm getting for you, option number 1. So let's get some letters and then we'll wrap up. And option number 1, the reason why this person is triggered that I'm getting is because this person is jealous of you. This is definitely somebody who's jealous of you, somebody who isn't as motivated to do what you've done to get to where you are, you know, and essentially instead of working on themselves, you know, they're taking it out on you. This is definitely a close connection, though, somebody who's a friend, somebody who's family. So let's see. Who you currently triggered and why? Who's currently triggered by you and why? We have the letter E. Erica. The name Erica is coming out. We have the letter E. We have the letter I. We have the letter O. We have the letter A. We have the letter I again. We have the letter A again. We have the letter E. We have the letter D. We have the letter D. I'm seeing the word dead. This could be somebody's energy that I'm picking up on who, you know, you're not in contact with anymore. Like the communication between the two of you all is kind of dead, kind of ceased. And this person is the one who pulled back. For some of you, this could be the energy of somebody who, you know, maybe they're not with us anymore on this earthly plane, but when they were alive, this is somebody who was, you know, who was kind of very jealous of you. We have the letter I, we have the letter B, we have the letter Y, we have the letter C, we have the letter G, we have the letter U, and we have the letter O. So that's what I have for you all. And you may see this name, you know, you may see a name spelled out in the letters. You know, I didn't necessarily, you know, put together a lot of names this time around, but that's what I have for you, option number 1. So you all let me know in the comment section below, how did this reading resonate for you? Did this reading resonate for you? If you'd like to book a private reading, coaching, same-day read, walk-in read, priority reading, I want you to check out the pinned comment below as well as the description box below for all private readings. If you want a private reading, become a patron of mine. Join me on my other YouTube channel and go to wanderingsparrow.com/meet and greets or scroll down in the menu to meet and greets and sign up for my meet and greets, because I am on tour for 2022. All right, and let's get into our second option. Option number 2. All right, option number 2. What is it about you that triggers others? Who's currently triggered by you and why? Universe, I thank you for these channel messages. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? Who's triggered by them and why? What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? Who's currently triggered by them and why? We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Something about communication. I feel like you're someone who communicates a lot. You're somebody who may be on the go a lot. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. You're somebody who's able to pour into other people. But this feels like pouring into people, option number 2, in an enterprising way. Like you pour in a lot of knowledge to people. Because I'm not getting that you're maybe the most emotional person there is, but you're able to pour in a lot of knowledge to people. You help people in that way. You could be some type of educator, instructor, mentor, definitely some type of, you know, voice of reason, team lead, boss of some sort that people come to for advice. But I'm hearing option number 2. Who do you go to for advice? So there's a little bit more coming out of this reading for you, option number 2, than anticipated. It's like, you know, you take care of others, or you're the voice of reason for others, but who's the voice of reason for you? Who do you go to? Option number 2. That's what I'm getting with that one. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? You have this very dominant presence. That's what triggers others. You have the start. I just said it. You have this very dominant presence that triggers others. You know, you're somebody who, you know, you have a way with words. You're charming. You're well spoken. You know, you cool, calm, collected. Nobody sees your hand. Nobody sees you as suffering. Option number 2. You can be an Aquarius, or you could be someone with some type of popularity status. Doesn't have to be on social media. It could just be, you know, in a space that you dwell often, but you take command and you take charge of people. Pay attention to you. People notice you. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? You're somebody who's very attractive. People are triggered by your attractiveness. People are triggered by the way you're able to, you know, just keep everything together, or at least the appearance of. People think you're hiding things. I tell you that much. We have the Temperance. You're somebody who's very calm. You could be a Sagittarius. Somebody who appears very calm, cool, collective. You don't raise your voice, option number 2. You don't get loud with people. That's what I'm getting with that one. You're able to keep calm. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? Yeah, your attractiveness definitely triggers others. You, once again, you hold this attractiveness about you. You have this way with words, and you have this way with being calm. You bring very calm energy. Also, option number 2, you feel like the type of person, you walk away. When somebody's giving you some energy you are not feeling, you just go by. You like, nah, I'm good. What about, you're not the type that's gonna fight. Like, it's not that you don't stand up for yourself or you won't check somebody if they come at you sideways, but you're not the type where it's like, I got bigger things to do. We have the Death card that came out in the upright. You could be a Scorpio. You might have recently gone through a huge major glow up, and people are definitely triggered by this. It's kind of like, well, why the hell do they get to have this or this life? Because you commanded it on yourself. There's some jealous energy around you too. Option number 2. Let's see. We're going to get more into that. Give me more information. What is it about option number 2? I think I might have been saying option number 1. This is definitely option number 2. What is it about option number 2 that triggers other people? You're able to separate your emotions from, you know, from the situation. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the 6 of Pentacles. So you also focus a lot on self. People definitely are triggered on in regards to how you pour into self. Some people may even call you selfish, but it doesn't feel like a selfish energy. Knight of Cups, though, once again, you still pour into a lot of people. You're somebody who's very loving but stern. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're the it girl or the it guy. You're the person that people want to be around. You're very charming. You're very attractive. I'm getting somebody with long, dark hair. That's what I'm seeing. So the image is somebody with long, dark hair. So you can have long, dark hair. This is definitely on you. Option number 2. But yeah, you're popular. Like, people love you. They admire you. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? And we have the 10 of Wands. I told you, you're not down with the drama. You're able to let things go. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse. And people are also triggered by the way that you just kind of like, you know, go through life, you know, easily. It's like, okay, well, today I'll do this. It is what it is, you know. And things always work out for you. But this is because you commission things to always work out for you. Option number 2. So that's what I'm getting with that one. You are not about the drama. You're able to drop your burdens and just move forward. Or what appears to be dropping your burdens and moving forward. All right, let's find out. Universe. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? What are people jealous about? What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? What are others jealous about? What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? Are others jealous? What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? We have imprisonment. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? You might keep to yourself a lot, option number 2. We have message. You might keep to yourself a lot with this imprisonment. Because the energy that I'm getting off of this imprisonment isn't somebody who's like, you know, trapped, but someone who, you know, who's very private, who's locked away. You allow out what you want people to know. That's what I'm getting with that one. Or you may be somebody who's like kind of, you know, in your own world. And for other people, I feel like with other people, if you're somebody who kind of, you know, is within your own world, other people may find that to be kind of annoying in a sense of like, oh my gosh, like the world just revolves around option number 2. Their world just revolves around themselves. We have message. What is it about option number 2 that triggers others? Who's jealous and why? I feel like with this message card, option number 2, you're going to get a message from somebody soon, you know, in regards to the person who's maybe triggered most about you. It feels like it might, you know, it may come through social media or, you know, it might come through email, but some type of message in a way where it's kind of sounding a bit, you know, a bit backbiting, you know, a bit underhanded. We have gift that came out. So you're someone who's very gifted. People may be definitely triggered by that and jealous of that. You know, how gifted you are. You might get accolades a lot at work. So I'm getting with that one. Give me one more. What are people jealous of when it comes to option number 2? And then we have thief. Wow. So with this thief card, I feel like this has to do with friendships and family. You know, like you're able to captivate, you know, or even steal the attention of others. But I also feel like, you know, in regards to theft, this is, I feel like it's an energy where there's parts about you that people love and wish that they embodied themselves. So there's an envying energy around you. So let's find out more about jealousy. Universe, thank you for the channel messages. What is it about option number 2 that makes others jealous? What is it about option number 2 that others are jealous of? We got the 10 of Cups. We have the 2 of Wands. You could be somebody who travels a lot. People are jealous of that. You could be somebody, you know, people are jealous of your family system, or people are jealous of your perceived family system. Because for some of you with this 10 of Cups, option number 2, I'm not necessarily picking up a romantic interest per se, but people believe this about you, and this is what they're jealous of. You're somebody who's very beautiful, very attractive. What is it that people are jealous of? We have the 9 of Wands. How you're able to keep going with this 9 of Wands, because as you know, the 9 of Wands is about, you know, it's an energy of struggle, but at the same time, it's an energy of persevering through. You know, somehow you made it over the obstacle. But you do it cool, calm, and collected. Option number 2. What is it about option number 2 that people are jealous of? Give me one more. What is it about option number 2? We have the 4 of Cups. I told you, you have the ability to just ignore. And you're able to go with the flow with this 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You're able to live and let live. And people are definitely jealous of the fact that where it's like, why is it that they seem so together, but at the same time they seem so free? So definitely you can be an air sign. Option number 2, that's Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And you, once again, you ignore what doesn't suit you, and people are definitely jealous of that. So speaking of which, let's find out who's triggered by you and why. Who's triggered by option number 2 currently and why? Who's triggered by option number 2 currently and why? We have the Moon card in the upright. This person can be a Pisces. Definitely somebody who watches you a lot at night. This person follows you on social media, because I'm getting something about scrolling through a Twitter feed. We have the World's card that came out in the upright. This is somebody who's at a distance from you, so it could be more than one person with this World card in the upright. For some of you, this is definitely an ex friendship. This is definitely an old friendship where it's like, once again, they're harboring some old feelings, but at the same time, they want to be in your world. This person could be a Leo. This person could be a Scorpio, a Taurus, or an Aquarius. You need more information. Who's currently triggered? They're triggered by your lifestyle. You have things that they want. Who's currently triggered by option number 2 and why? And the Strength card in the reverse, that's a Leo. Somebody's jealous here for sure. This person's jealous. At the Page of Cups, this person can be younger than you. And Ace of Swords, somebody that's on the level of an acquaintance at the moment. And then we have the 3 of Wands, somebody who's on the level of an acquaintance, somebody who is somebody you don't talk to very often. That's what I'm getting with that one. So let's see. Let's grab some letters. Who's currently jealous of you and why? Option number 2. Why? I want to say jealous. Yeah, this person's definitely jealous, but who's currently triggered by you and why? So we got the letter E that came out and the letter S. And you might see this person's name spelled. I'm not really spelling out too many names this time around. We have B, we have G, we have I. Definitely picking up a masculine energy. We have Z. So this could be somebody, a male or masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a male per se, but definitely a large masculine energy. Doesn't feel like a family member. Definitely feels more like a friend. We have A, we have N. This person's name could be Lance. Lance, we're just missing the C. We have U. We have T, we have E. Somebody's name could be Neat. Like neat could be in the name. That's what I'm getting with that one. Like this could be a part of the name. Like somehow, some way, neat is in the name. I don't know if it's the first part of the name, second part of the name, middle of the name, but that's what I'm getting with that. Somebody's name could be Alex also. I said I wasn't getting names, but here I am getting names. Somebody's name could be Alex. We don't have the X, but somebody's name could be Alex, Lexus even. That's what I'm getting with that one. So that's what I have for you, option number 2. So you all let me know how you felt about this reading in the comment section below. How did this reading resonate for you? Did this reading resonate for you? If you'd like to book a private reading, coaching, same day read, walk-in read, priority reading, I want you to check that pinned comment below as well as the description box below for me. Also, option number 2, I am currently doing meet and greets at the time of me doing this reading. I'm doing meet and greets all of 2022. Well, for a good portion of 2022. Please go to my go to my website. Yeah, go to my website, wanderingsparrow.com, to see when I'm going to be near you, in your city, and let's meet up. The meet and greets are free. Also, become a patron of mine. I do a plethora of extra readings. And join me on my other YouTube channels. You can find all that information in the description box below, as well as the comment section below. All right, so let's move on to our last deck. Deck number 3. So deck number 3, I'm actually here to do it a little bit different for you all. You're going to shuffle first the oracle to find out what is it about you that triggers others. Deck number 3. What is it about option number 3 that triggers others? What is it about option number 3 that triggers others? What is it about option number 3 that triggers others? All right, so we have despair that came out. What is it about option number 3 that triggers others? Option number 3, there may be a lot of conflict that surrounds your energy with this despair. That's what I have with that one. A lot of conflict. You might have found yourself, you know, kind of in like this maybe needy energy or pessimistic energy. I do feel like that triggers others around you in regards to maybe not the bad, the best of, you know, opinions about you at times. What is it about option number 3 that triggers others? So this is a different type of trigger. Oh, wow. What is it about option number 3 that triggers others, universe? What is it about option number 3 that triggers others? We have unexpected income. So I feel like option number 3, you could be somebody who maybe relies a lot on chance. You could be somebody who's very independent, this very independent energy, but very conflicted. Maybe even kind of, people may have said, you know, they feel like sometimes you could be in this depressive energy, or you keep to yourself a lot. I feel like there's a lot of people who want to be closer to you, want to be, you know, kind of in your inner circle, inner world, and you may not allow for that easily, and that triggers people. Also, there's somebody, option number 3, who's like very much so interested in you in a romantic sense, and you may keep this person at arm's length, and that's triggering for them because it's like, oh my gosh, like we go great together, like it's amazing, like you can feel this energy, I can feel this energy. Why are you, you know, being standoffish to me? We have wealthy man. So you yourself can be very wealthy, or just very, you know, very comfortable, very well-to-do. But yeah, there's this energy of like, you know, just kind of conflict that's around you that triggers other people. You may be somebody who doesn't see your worth with this despair. You know, because here we have all these things, you know, about worth, and even though it's like, you know, monetary worth, but you may be somebody who doesn't see your inner worth. That's what I'm getting with that. So, or you could be somebody who has all these things, you know, all these validating things, but once again, you don't see your inner worth. So there's people are triggered by the fact that they want to be closer to you. Option number 3. That's what I'm getting with that one. I feel like I said option number 1. Or I'm thinking about option number 1. But I don't necessarily think that there's a message for you, option number 3 and option number 1, or it could be. So, you know, maybe watch it and see. But option number 3, I feel like there's a lot of people that want to be in your energy, want to be surrounded by you. There's somebody who definitely, you know, is fancying you right now, but you keep people at arm's length, and it triggers people in an annoyance. So your trigger is different. This is not being jealous. I'm not picking that up, or maybe I will get a jealousy message that comes out, but you trigger people because people want to be closer to you and can't. But that's what I'm getting with that one. Like, you're somebody who kind of like, you know, locks themselves away in their own castle. That's what I'm getting with that. You could be a predominant masculine energy, or you could work out a lot of masculine energy. You could be somebody who works in business. That's what I'm getting with that one. Yeah, people aren't triggered because people feel like you are stunting your potential. That's what I'm getting with that one. You could be somebody who's, I'm getting a very large single vibe off of you, but you could have been married at some point. And look, we got main male. So definitely a lot of masculine energy that's coming off of you. More air sign energy, air sign and fire sign this time. So you can be an Aquarius, Gemini or Libra, or an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, and change. It may be time for you to change something. For some of you, and this is a different type of message that I'm getting. For some of you, you're looking to settle down, or it's time for you to settle down. You need to let people into your world. That's what I'm getting with that. But definitely what triggers others about you, it's not jealousy or anything, option number 3. It's the fact that people want to be close to you and you don't allow it. Or, or maybe you pity party. Maybe, it's this, depressive energy that you're always in, like pessimistic energy. This is funny that this last pile is ending like this. It is this reading, because the first one is the very opposite of this energy. There's a very Pollyanna energy off that first one. But yeah, so that's what I'm getting with that one. Like, it's like people want to be close to you, and it's like, don't you see who you are? Don't you know who you are? Like, stop it. So that's what I'm getting with that one. So give me more information, universe. That's why Spirit wanted me to start with the Oracle. Oh, wow, that's interesting. What is it about option number 3 that triggers other people? What is it about option number 3 that triggers other people? We have the Empress in the reverse. Self-sabotaging energy with that Empress in reverse. We have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you're somebody who's currently off balance at the moment. You look at life, like the cup half empty versus half full. And it's like it aggravates people. You have a family member here that you're close to. This could be a cousin, sister, brother, uncle, whomever. But it more so feels like a peer. Like, so maybe a cousin or a sibling who's very triggered by you. This could be a sister. I'm picking up a lot of sister energy, or brother, but they're very triggered by you because it's like, don't you see who you are? Why are you self-sabotaging? That's what I'm getting with that, especially with that despair that came out. You may overindulge in partying. You may talk a lot about what you want to do, but not actually do it. And this triggers people because it's like, okay, you have a lot of potential, but you're not seeing it through. What is it about option number 3 that triggers people? You got the 5 of Wands in reverse. People wish that you put up more of a fight to do better, to have better. Now, once again, when it comes to, sustainability, taking care of yourself, definitely you're okay with that. But at the same time, it's like you're running into a brick wall. Option number 3. Give me more information about option number 3. What is it about option number 3 that triggers other people? We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. You're not patient. Option number 3, you could be impulsive, maybe even at times. What is it about option number 3 that triggers others? We have the 7 of Pentacles. You don't let go of things very easily. This is about, or the energy that I'm getting off the 7 of Pentacles, this is about, holding a grudge, or it's like you harbor all of these emotions on the inside. That's what I'm getting with that one. Like, you harbor all of these emotions, and then once again, instead, it's like you're self-destructing. You take it out on the people around you, but maybe not people who deserve to be taken out on. And it's like, haha, I'm getting it out of me. But it's like, no, you're not getting back at the people who did this. You're getting back at yourself at this point. People that the universe has brought into your world, in order to make it better. You're getting back at them, and it's giving you terrible repercussions. We have the 7 of Swords. Definitely people are triggered about you're not honest with them or honest with yourself, and they want you to be more honest with yourself more so than anything, because people can see through, the different facades that you try to put up, the different masks that you try to wear. People can see that you're very unhappy. And once again, it's like there's a lot of people around you that feel like you don't have anything to be unhappy about. Shake yourself out and get out of this energy. That's what I'm getting with that one. So what is it about option number 3 that triggers other? Yeah, this is a different type of triggering. So I'm not getting people are jealous. People want you to see your potential. The High Priestess, you could be very connected. Once again, this is about not seeing your potential. Like, you're very connected. There's something very spiritual about you. But it's like, yeah. You may wait too long or procrastinate a lot, or you find reasons to not do something that definitely triggers people, because it's like, oh my gosh, like, stop, like, why are you not doing this thing? That's very, what excuse do you have today? That's what I have with that one. So let's see. So who's currently triggered by you at this moment and why? But this definitely feels like family and friends. Who's currently triggered by you at the moment and why? Who's currently triggered? We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. For some of you, this is a romantic option that you've let go of. Six of Wands in the reverse. Definitely somebody who's watching you from afar. This could be a water sign. This could be a fire sign who's currently triggered. Option number, yeah, definitely romantic interest. Family as well. This is a family member that you've been pushing off. But this particular family member is somebody who, they don't care how many times you deny them. They are going to, bombard their way, because it's like, I know you need people. But you have the Four Wands that came out in reverse. You have the Six of Swords that came out in the reverse. But definitely there's a romantic interest that I'm seeing that you've pushed away, that I do feel like there's going to be some type of return or calling back into your life in the very near future, very near distant future. So like within 4 months, not even probably, but definitely within 4 months. This is somebody who still cares about you. I'm hearing the Solange song, Leaves Dancing in the Dark. It's a Solange song off her Hadley Street Dreams album, Leaves Dancing in the Dark. It's like, like, I want to be there for you. I want to love you, but I can't love you if you don't love yourself. So you might deal with a lot of self-love issues with this despair. That's what I'm getting with that one. Option number 3. So who's currently triggered? So right now, it's definitely family and close friendships, but they're in a constant triggered energy when it comes to you. Option number 3, because once again, they feel like you have all this potential. What are you doing? They want to shake you. Give me more. And then there's a love interest that I'm picking up that some of you may have, like, pushed away. That's triggered, like, oh my gosh. So give me more information about option number 3. Who's currently triggered by option number 3 and why? Who's currently triggered? The Death card in the reverse. Scorpio energy. Definitely somebody who wants to come back into your life. Somebody who wants you to open up the door, let them in. I'm gonna leave this door open. Somebody that there was the beginnings of a relationship that was being started and you stopped it. That's what I'm getting with that. And this could be a friendship too, but it's something that you stopped. Maybe you stopped it with an earth sign that's Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But definitely, I'm feeling the energy of, there was something on the horizon and you stopped it because you're in this despair. You're in this pity party energy, and that triggers people greatly. Six of Cups. Yeah, somebody that, that you regarded as a friend, you saw friendship with. It felt very comfortable. Could have been an air sign. That's Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. That's what I'm feeling with that one. But something that you stopped yourself from having because of depression. That's what I'm getting with that one. So, but this is what's triggering other people about you. But let's find out. With the letter tiles, who's currently triggered by you and why? So nobody's jealous, but people are upset. Like, you aggravate people because it's like, I want you to do better. Oh my gosh. This person's name could be Tori, Tory, Torie, Toree. That's what I'm getting with that one. We have the letter T. We have the letter E. TT. This person could be an aunt. We have the letter T again. We have the letter H. We have the letter Y. We have the letter T. Yeah, this person can have a lot of T's in their name. Or like an aunt. We have the letter A. So Tate, Tay. Also, even if you don't hear me say out a name, this person's name could be spelled out. You can see it. I'm hearing Anaya, Araya, something like that. We have N. I'm hearing Nishan, something like that. We have the letter F. We have the letter R. We have the letter N. You might see this person's last name. That's what I'm saying. We have Fern. Fern is coming through. Fern. We have A again. We have A again. Somebody's name could be Amber Ashley N. We have the letter V. This person's name could start with the letter V. Shout out to all my V letters. We have the letter P. You might see this person's initials here. We have the letter E again. We have the letter I. Ray. Ray. Ray could be in this person's name. Desiree. Then it could be Ray, but Ray can be in this person's name. And then we have the letter J. So that's what I have for you. Option number 3. So you all let me know in the comment section below, how did this reading resonate for you? Did this reading resonate for you? And if you'd like to book a private reading, coaching, center, walking priority reading, I want you to check out that pin comment below as well as the description box below. I thank you all so much for tuning in. Become a patron of mine. What else? Join my other YouTube channels. Check that pin comment below as well as the description box below. And I am still doing the meet and greets throughout 2022. And if you're interested in meeting and greeting with me, it is all free. I want you to check that pin comment below as well as the description box below, or go to wanderingsparrow.com, go to meet and greets, and yeah, let's do it. Let's vibe out, let's meet, and let's greet each other. All right, beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.